Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is No Makeup Shannon, and today I have a story time for y'all. So before you watch this video,
oh wow, oh wow.
so welcome back to my channel, and today I have a story time for y'all, as y'all can see by the title below. And this story will be about one of my ex-boyfriends. If you guys will understand why I'm saying ex-boyfriend. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this story is pretty long and it was a while ago, so I kind of need some notes to kind of remind me of what exactly I'm gonna be talking about. So y'all, let's get started with this story because it's gonna be kind of long. But so y'all, let me start off with how I met this guy. So one day I'm working in the cafeteria because I'm in college, and I worked at one of the cafeterias at my school. So I was working at this particular station, and he kind of just came out of nowhere. Well, let's just say he was staring at me for some weird reason, and I was just like, what is this boy looking at? Like, I don't like when people that I don't know look at me for more than like 10 seconds. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's just annoying when people just stare at you. And whenever he would come into the cafeteria and come in that particular station that I was working at, he would always just look at me. So anyways, y'all, let's just fast forward to a different point in time. So I remember this one day I forgot my ID, or maybe it was my keys. I don't remember how the story goes, you guys, but basically when you don't have your key or your ID, you have to go to the front desk and you have to ask them for a replacement key or something. So I go to the replacement desk and I ask the person working there, like, hey, is it okay if I have like a key to my room because I forgot it, blah 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 blah. And the guy was like, okay, yeah, sure, where's your ID? And I think I said I didn't have my ID with me. For some weird reason, I didn't have it with me because I usually always have it. But he was basically just like, actually, you know what, it's okay if you're coming straight back down. I trust you, so here you go, you can have the key. So I'm just like, okay, cool. And as I started to walk away, I started thinking, like, isn't it the guy that always like stare at me when I'm in the cafeteria? Y'all, it turns out it was him. Now, went back to my room, came back downstairs and gave him the key. Y'all, I think this is where I gave him my number. I really don't remember, but unfortunately I gave him my number and we started texting and talking as friends. I was under the impression that we were just friends. Like, I didn't want any more, to be honest, because he's not really my type. So I was just kind of like, you know, we're just friends and that's really it. So yeah. But anyways, you guys, he started to kind of tell me that he liked me and he wanted more, blah blah blah, which was a lie. You guys will see later. But anyways, you guys, I want to make sure I stay on track with this story. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, since the moment we became friends, we text, talk, blah 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 blah. Even sometimes I would go down to the front desk and we would talk and chat. I don't know why I just said chat, because I never use that word. But yeah, y'all, we would talk, we were really cool, etc. Now, this was one of the red flags about this guy. Even though I wasn't in a relationship with him or I didn't like him, the moment I got into a relationship with him and the moment I started to like him, I should have remembered this particular moment, which is a red flag. So if a boy asks you for a massage and you and him are not really in a relationship or not really in a serious relationship, then you need to probably drop him, because that just simply means that he wants to, you know, I don't want to say the word, I mean, I can, but you guys know what it means. Like, that's like code word for, I'll put it here. Yeah, that. And so yeah, y'all, let's just fast forward to a year later, because when I tell y'all I did not like him, I didn't like him. But a year later, y'all, I started to catch feelings. I don't know why, but I started to catch feelings. I started to like him. And around this time, before then, I would go to the front desk, and like I said, y'all, we would talk because we were that cool. But y'all, and I will never forget this day. We were talking on the phone, and I was talking to him about, I think I was talking to him about how I felt, maybe. I don't really remember exactly how it goes. But long story short, you guys, we made it official, the fact that we were so-called boyfriend and girlfriend. But y'all, the moment we got into a relationship, everything completely changed. I mean, like, he didn't really call me, he didn't really text me, he just didn't really pay me any attention. So I'm like, why would you ask me to be in a relationship with you if you really didn't want to be in a relationship? You know, it was just kind of like weird, because I'm just like, you liked me, you've been supposedly trying to be in a relationship for like a year now, so what is the problem now? Like, I just really didn't get it. And then y'all, at one point this girl started to like get in the picture. So y'all, it's about to get real. I don't even need my book anymore, boy, if you don't. So basically, y'all, I knew this girl that I thought he was talking to, and I knew that she was a little bit of a, you know, a hoe. And I'm not gonna hold it back or hold my tongue, but she even said it herself, because I'm not gonna really explain how I know her, but basically, y'all, she was a hoe. Yeah, y'all, but this girl was like a hoe, and I'm just like, okay, so where do I fit into this picture? Because y'all, when I tell you guys, like, this boy literally avoided me and tried to act like I didn't exist, that's exactly what he did. Like, after a while, he just started to act so funny. He stopped inviting me to the front desk. He stopped really texting me like I was telling y'all, and calling me, and all of this stuff. All of that stuff stopped. So I'm like, you treated me like I was in a relationship with you when we were just friends. But now that we're actually in a relationship, you're kind of acting kind of funny. So y'all, remember how I told you one time, remember how I told you guys how I stopped going to the front desk and stuff like that? So being said that, I knew kind of like his schedule, to be honest, because I was literally always kind of sort of around him. So at one point, I went to go get my Convoy Exchange, which is something that I don't know if a lot of colleges do it, but it's basically where you go get like some snacks from your, you know, what do you call it? I want to say a grocery store, but it's literally just a small store inside of your school where you can get snacks and stuff, and that's where you usually get your Convoy Exchanges from. So in order to get my Convoy Exchange, I would have to pass his desk, and then the store is like way past, you know, his desk. So I purposely, because something just wasn't right to me, so I purposely waited until I knew what time he was working to get my Convoy Exchange. So I'm just like, something is just not right. And I saw him hanging out with this girl a couple of times, so I'm just like, you know what? And I know she lived in the same building as me, y'all. She lived in the same exact building, so I'm just like, you know what? Something doesn't feel right to me. So I just, for some reason, that one day when I was getting my combo, like I said to y'all, I waited until I knew what time he was working. So y'all, as I get off the elevator and I'm getting ready to walk past his desk, I saw a girl literally bent over. Like, how do I explain? She was just bent over like I don't know how to explain how she was bent over. It was just one of those positions where it's just like you know, you kind of feeling somebody. I don't really know how to explain how she was, y'all, but she was bent over the desk. They were like this. I want to say they were close, like this is him and this is her, and they're just talking, and I'm just like, I'm just looking at them like, really? And then the moment they saw me, y'all, they just both, well, no, the moment he saw me, he looked so shocked. He was just like, hey, like, what's up, where you about to go? And I'm just like, what are you so shocked about? You're not gonna be looking so suspicious. I don't know why I keep moving my hands, but I'm like, you're not gonna be looking that suspicious and that, like, ugh. You know, he was just looking guilty, y'all. And she just turned around because she knew me. She was just like, oh, hey, Shannon. And I'm just like, hey, like, I just said hey and kept it moving because I knew something just wasn't right. Like, he's hanging out with this girl who's known for being a hoe. Like, I'm sorry, but that's what she was. But yeah, y'all, so I just kept walking, and I still gave him the benefit of the doubt, y'all. Like, I was just like, you know what, that doesn't determine that somebody is cheating on you or somebody is doing something or whatever. So I just gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I went back to my room, and that was that. But y'all, literally, sometimes I wouldn't even try to pay him any attention, but every time I would walk past the front desk, and every time I would be going somewhere in my building, she would be standing at the front desk. And remind y'all, around this time, he stopped inviting me to the front desk. Like, he stopped asking me to come down, because usually he'll text me and he'll be like, hey, Shannon, come downstairs real quick, I'm working. But after a while, he stopped doing that. So I'm just like, dang, like I didn't get it. I was just like, what is going on? So long story short, she was always at the front desk, y'all. And I was just like, okay, something is a little bit weird about this situation. So I finally just put two and two together, and even though I didn't even know if he was cheating on me with her, if you're my boyfriend and you're treating me like I don't matter or like I don't exist, then I don't have time for you. So y'all, I just kind of broke it off with him. And also, y'all, I forgot to tell you guys, the moment, even despite the fact that we were friends for 1 whole year, and despite the fact that I knew him for so long and we were so-called friends, he did not want to add me as a friend on Facebook. And I'm just like, what kind of boyfriend doesn't want to be their girlfriend's friend on Facebook? Like, I just found that so weird, y'all. Like, I really did. But yeah, y'all, after we only talked for 1 month, after that 1 month, I was just like, you know what, I'm not about to be dealing with this, because you're not gonna stress me out while I'm in college. Sorry, my phone is going off. But I was like, you know what, you're not gonna stress me out while I'm in college. So I ended up breaking up with him, and that was that. That was the end of the story. But that's not really the end of the story, y'all. That was just the end for me and him. I'm getting so heated. But basically, y'all, this is really the icing on the cake.